Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakodash. And I want to say double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect in this word and truth and sincerity. So I just want to do a quick lesson, dealing with, this gradualism that we see going on here in Babylon, and pretty much with anything that Esau do, if you want to push something, he introduces it first, because the scriptures tell us about the devil, the man of sin, right? When everything that he does, he introduces it first, and then he makes it as if it's no big deal or we're not going to do it. As I'm going to read in the article, right? He acts like it's a test stage, but then eventually he incorporates it into society, right? This is Mark Zuckerberg's Meta to launch classroom version of its VR Quest headset. You see, and as you can see the picture right there of what they want. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to read the article and get some scriptures, Lord willing. But Esau Edom pretty much wants to slide people in, all right, to that system. And that's why when you go to the scriptures, it talks about they that worship the image of the beast. Those that worship the beast in its image. If you're down with this, eventually you're gonna get the chip. Because you're gonna see the VR headsets. You're gonna see what Esau Edom is presenting to you. You're gonna love it. So you're gonna wanna solidify that by saying, you know what, I don't wanna lose this experience. I wanna keep going. And that's how Esau gonna hook you in, right? It says Mark Zuckerberg's Meta parent company of social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, will launch a new product line for its virtual reality Quest headset targeted at teachers and their students. You see? And I was thinking, when I was reading this article, I was thinking like, let's say they incorporate this in different parts of the school, like one classroom have it and the other classroom don't have it. All right. You're going to see an advancement, for lack of better words, in the classroom that do have it, right? The students that's using it, they're going to seem to be learning faster than the students that don't have it, all right? The students that are using it, they're more engaged to the lesson at hand. Rather you have the class, then you have the class that's not using it, they're stagnant, they're the teacher is teaching the traditional way, so the students is not really engaged, and the students are not learning. So that's gonna force people, to move in. It's like to move into that, system. Just like Esau do. Eventually they incorporated, gradualism to the point where everybody got it now, and you're left behind, and now you got to get it to catch up. See, Lord willing, that's making sense, and that's what he's doing, man. And that's the same thing that's gonna happen with the Charagma. Okay, let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." All right, his tricks. Okay, Satan, who works through Esau Edom. Okay, he's gonna, go out through he's gonna go through different means, to establish this thing. All right, he's gonna go through different means to, get people to accept this NWO. It says, while the update seems beneficial, or it says, right, this is what I'm reading. While the update seems beneficial for educators and young students, there's also the possibility that technology can be abused to indoctrinate or spy on students using Meta's VR Quest headsets. So I mean, the indoctrination is already happening. It's been happening, but Esau Edom want to take it a step further. And use the technology to pretty much, lock you in. Because when you have those headsets on, man, it's like you're in a different world. It's like a phone. You know what I'm saying? A phone, when you're on your phone, you doing what you're doing, you're scrolling through it. All right, and let's say somebody's talking to you, and you're on your phone, you're locked into that phone. You're like in a whole nother world. So that headset is gonna be like pretty much a upgrade, for the lack of better words, from the phone. It's still digital, all right? It's still, it's still got the things that you would do on your phone, but it's like you're in a totally different reality. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said earlier, man, Esau Edom is going to slide people into that it's sliding people into that beast system, to that NWO, man. It says, according to Meta, it will launch a classroom version of its Meta Quest late in 2024. The VR goggles will allegedly feature apps and controls aimed at classrooms. You know, it says Nick Clegg explained that with the upcoming VR headsets for students, teachers can save time because they can manage multiple devices at once. You see, so he's telling you the pros. All right, that's what Esau do. He tells you the pros of a certain thing, but he don't tell you the cons. You know, if he do tell you the cons, he's lying, right? It says Clegg added that the new VR headsets will allow students to start their virtual lessons immediately. Okay, and you can just imagine, you know, right, like children as young as 5 years old, 6 years old, having those headsets on, which is unhealthy, by the way. You know, all this, I forget what they call it, but the light that the phone, that comes from the phone, that's really unhealthy for your eyes, you know. So how much more having a VR headset on you where you probably have it for an hour or two, man. That's slowly, destroying your brain, man. And I believe there was a part in this article that says something to that effect. Right here. It says, because Clegg was promoting Meta's new product, he didn't talk about the many negative side effects of VR tech. See, they only talk about the positives, what great things you can do if you use it, but they don't talk about the negatives, man. Just like they did with the jump shot. They talked about the positive, which is you going back to society, or you possibly not catching the CV, right? If you know what I'm saying. But they didn't tell you that will cause a lot of problems, including death. That's what Esau do. That's why the scriptures call him the devil. Okay, let's get another quick scripture in book of 2 Thessalonians. Same scriptures that always come out, but they're relevant. Okay, all the scriptures are relevant. What I mean when I say relevant is, because we're living in these times. Okay, so a lot of these things that we're reading is really happening in our face. All right, this 2 Thessalonians in verse 8, 2 and verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, that wicked is the so-called white man, Esau. All right, the Lord is revealing this man through the prophets. And eventually, he's gonna destroy this man in his kingdom, man. All right, verse 9 says, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right, and Esau Edom comes after the energy of Satan, man. All right, he comes, all right, to do the bidding of the spiritual demon Satan, man. So these are literally the physical counterparts of Satan here on earth, man. All right, just look at what Esau is doing throughout the world. That's something Satan would do if he was here on this planet, physically. It says VR tech has negative side effects and can be used for the wrong reasons. All right. This is because Clegg was promoting Meta's product. He didn't talk about the many negative side effects of VR tech. For example, many users have said that wearing a VR headset for extended periods causes side effects like eye strain, headaches, and even nausea. And these are the same side effects you get if you're looking at your phone too long. If you looking at your phone for hours, especially at night where you're not sleeping, you're gonna get a headache. Your eyes gonna start hurting. And you're gonna get nausea. Okay, but it's like through the spirit, I can see that these VR headsets gonna magnify these side effects, man. Because you got that thing literally on your eye now, on your head, and imagine the radiation that it's emitting. It says additionally, VR is isolationist by its very nature because it blocks out the outside world. You see, it blocks out the outside world, so it's like a world within its own. A child who plays or studies with a VR headset may have impaired social skills, especially if they end up preferring using it on their own instead of studying, playing, and interacting with other children their age. You see, and a child's supposed to be outside, playing, in the grass, playing, in nature, learning different things in nature, man. But Esau got them stuck in classrooms, on their phone, or like he said in his article, using a headset, man. That's not how it's supposed to be. All right. But Esau, Edom, it got the children, right? Raise up a child. Got these children on this technology, man, which is destroying them. Slovakia. Bring up a child. Maybe I'm not putting it wrong. I'm just going to put he shall not depart from it. Depart from it. It's in Proverbs. Hold on, let me see. Teach a child. Lord willing, I remember the chapter. If I could find, I think I remember the chapter. I just don't remember how it's worded. Let me see. But Lord willing, it comes back to mind. But if you know what scripture I'm talking about, where it says, "Bring up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it." So pretty much Esau, Edom is having these kids grow up, on this technology. He's having them grow up degenerates, and by the time they're adults, this is the way they were brought up, and this is the way that this is the only way they know. So, I'm saying, this is what we see going on right now. Or just like how we were brought up, we were brought up a particular way, and of course, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, we've turned from the way we were brought up and continually, doing so. All right, but we were brought up a specific way according to the generation that we grew up in, right? So Esau, is having this generation grow up, under, this technology. This is what they're gonna know. They're gonna just know VR headsets. They're gonna know, the degenerate, lifestyles that Esau is pushing. This is why Yahweh Shai has said that, man. That no flesh would be saved. Let's get that in Matthew 24. And except those days be shortened. This is Matthew 24 and verse 22. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." And of course, he's going into like the tribulation. When you read verse 21, he's going into the great tribulation that's going to happen. And if Yahweh don't shorten the days, no flesh will be saved if the days are not shortened because of the great death going on. But I use this to say, Esau, Edom is going to have pretty much everybody destroyed, mentally in their mind to the point to where judgment is going to have to come on them. And that's why only the elect, will be delivered, because the elect will not be taken by Esau's witchcraft. Because he's on a roll for global domination, man. All right, but that was only given to Yahweh Shai and the elect. All right, to rule the whole world. And that's what he's after. He's after the power, all right, to rule over, the whole world, the creation, the people. But he's going about it in a sinister way. All right. Let me see. It says Meta has staked its entire brand on VR, or the metaverse as it's so called. And this is where it's headed. If you use Instagram or Facebook, eventually Esau Edom is going to require you to have one of these to be on there. I think they're doing away with phones too. They have something called I forget what it's called, but it's like that hologram device you put to your your clothes, your shirt or whatever, and it'll emit a hologram to your hand. Eventually this is where things are gonna go. And of course they're going to say, oh, not right now. We're just doing tests. But eventually Esau is going to let a few into society, and then a few is going to turn to many, and many is going to turn to, the whole world got it. Because this is how this man worked. Because nobody's going to want to be left out, of the program. Everybody's going to feel like I need to get this, to stay relevant or to stay intact with society. And that's what Scripture says in Revelation, the 12th chapter, right? Revelation 12 and verse 11. And it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. You see? So the elect is not going to love their lives. Esau is going to be coming out with this technology, this deception. Hell, he might come out with, because I believe, me through the Spirit, I believe that they got shit, that technology that we haven't seen yet. But they will release some of that into the public, and that's going to woo a lot of people. It's going to like, whoa, that's cool. And that's going to get them hooked, and when he got them hooked, he's going to catch them. If you want to use this, or you want to keep using this, well, take this and, you know what I mean when I say this. Take this and, you'll be able to have access to it. All right? Get this scripture, Lord willing. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. I'm going to start from 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Talking about the prophets running, to preach the word, man. Running to speak these things. Because now the true understanding of the scriptures is out. We know what the MOTB is. We know what John was seeing on the island of Patmos. All right. We know who the devil is. And we're beginning with the apostles and the elders. We're speaking these things, man. Verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right? So vision, it's coming, man. It's happening. Though it seems like it's taking a long time, it's coming. It's just, when it starts happening, man, it's just going to steamroll everybody. All right? And that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to say something about, Babylon the Great, man. Which he has. When I say something, I mean like, do something. Bring judgment. All right. The judgment is already spoken. We're just looking for, we're just looking for the action, man. That's what it is. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim HaKadosh, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole full elect. Until next time I say Shalom.